There's a mix of TVs that are sure to please everyone, even those with a slightly smaller budget. There are some truly excellent TVs expected to land later in the year, but chances are they'll be expensive right out of the gate. That means it might be smart to look for older models that are going to come with a decent discount as new devices enter the market. One, Samsung Q9 FN QLED TV. After an underwhelming debut, Samsung's QLED technology really needed to bounce back in style in 2018. It didn't surprise us in the least then to discover Samsung threw the kitchen sink in with its new Q9 FN QLED series of 4K TVs. As well as being even brighter and more colorful than last year's equivalent model, Samsung's 2018 flagship screens use a completely different lighting system to combat its predecessor's contrast problems. Full-array local dimming rather than edge-lit LED lighting. The FALD panel works in tandem with Samsung QLED quantum dots to produce a picture that's brighter and more colorful than near any we've seen come from the South Korean manufacturer. Do those features alone make Samsung Q9 FN the best 4K TV on the market? No, but throw in technology like HDR10 Plus and QHDR Elite Max, what Samsung bills as its maximum high dynamic range experience that's exclusive to the Q9 FN, and there's very little doubt in our mind that this is Samsung's best TV ever. 2. LG C8 OLED. We've long loved LG's B series of OLED 4K TVs, with last year's B7 OLED as the pinnacle of affordable OLED technology. But this year, LG has delayed the B series and has instead made the C series its front-running screen. While we're a bit miffed at the price increase from last year's B7 to this year's C8, it's hard to say it's unwarranted. LG's C8 builds on the success of last year's models, resulting in a TV that can deliver astonishing HD SDR images and equally impressive 4K HDR pictures. It's not as bright as the LCD TV, but those deep blacks make a huge difference to the dynamic range of the image. It's also capable of vibrant and gorgeous colors, not to mention an astounding level of detail with native 4K content. The WebOS Smart Platform remains the best available, and the choice of streaming services is second to none. Once you add the gorgeous design and a comprehensive set of features, you have one of the most complete TVs that we've ever reviewed. 3. Panasonic FZ952 and FZ950. There's a very good reason that Hollywood video editors master on OLED TVs. They simply outmatch anything else on the market. And while LG and Sony certainly have their merits in this area, the former is the largest producer of OLED panels in the entire world after all, Panasonic is certainly no slouch. All you need to do is look at the Panasonic FZ952, the latest OLED reference 4K TV from Panasonic, to see why. The FZ952 is a luscious OLED that puts performance first. Its color handling is class-leading, and its HDR talents are a match for any of its rivals. In fact, it just might offer the best picture performance that we've seen on a 4K UHD OLED to date. The FZ952 isn't quite the complete package though, lacking as it does Dolby Vision and Atmos compatibility, but it wins more arguments than it loses. We suspect that you'll appreciate the easy sophistication of its smart platform, the quality of that low-lag game mode, and the sheer musicality of the Technics soundbar. 4. Sony Bravia AF9 OLED. The Sony Bravia AF9 OLED is Sony's best OLED so far, no contest. This second-generation set manages to hold its own against Samsung and LG's renewed efforts in OLED displays. Samsung Q9 FN QLED and LG E8 OLED with a truly stunning picture. Part of Sony's new Master Series, the A9F is a step up from last year's Sony A1 OLED. While we experienced some minor issues, like struggling black level when watching in Dolby Vision, that is to be expected on a set as ambiguous as this. If you can live with the slightly idiosyncratic design and afford the asking price, it's a glorious UHD display. 5. Philips 803 OLED. Philips has significantly upgraded the picture processing power of its 2018 OLED TVs on the Philips 803 OLED with enhanced contrast and spectacular colors. The brand's second-generation P5 Perfect Processing Engine offers twice the picture processing power of the original, and that was a pretty impressive chip in its own right. While the 903 is still the brand's flagship model, beyond its Bowers & Wilkins sound system, there's little to separate that from the 803, making it the smarter buy. If there's anything holding Philips back from holding the top spot in our roundup, it's the minor irritations, like poor catch-up TV position, just 2 full-spec UHD HDMI inputs, and the lack of Dolby Vision. Promise of an early upgrade to the new Android Oreo TV OS, however, might just make this the most promising OLED on the market. Six, the Sony XF90 series. Short and sweet, the KDL55XF9005 is a brilliant mid-priced 4K TV. Every one of the improvements Sony has introduced has been over and above last year's already excellent XE90 series. Better processing, more brightness, slightly more blacklight dimming zones, improved motion performance. It delivers the goods, resulting in picture quality that humbles even the many more expensive TVs. Its Android TV system and some generally minor backlight clouding stop it short of perfection. But it's hard to imagine any similarly priced upcoming 65-inch UHD rival getting the better of it. 7. Panasonic FZ802 and FZ800 OLED TVs. The FZ802 does exactly what it was designed to do: deliver exceptionally accurate pictures at a competitive price. The Panasonic is cheaper than its main competitors, but it's still well made and boasts a smart platform that is simple but highly effective. The 4K UHD TV also produces the best SDR and HDR images that we have seen out of an OLED to date, thanks largely to highly sophisticated picture processing. It's not the complete package, lacking the Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos support found on LG's OLEDs, but it does include HDR10+. The sound quality is reasonably good for a modern slimline TV, although if that's a factor, you might want to check out Panasonic's FZ952 with its Technics tuned soundbar. 8. Samsung Q7 FN QLED TV. While Samsung's Q7 FN isn't quite the pinnacle of QLED technology, that honor's reserved for the Q9 FN, it is a great compromise between price and performance, offering a bright screen, 3 forms of HDR, and incredibly accurate colors. Ambient mode adds a design aesthetic sure to please even the keenest of eyes, and its low-latency game mode makes it a competent companion for the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. HDR Plus mode helps liven up the HD SDR content, and of course, 4K HDR content has an eye-watering sheen when viewed on this set. While the Q7 FN isn't the shining star of the QLED range, it's still a bright spot in the mid-range.